श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम 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 श्री राम श्री राम जय राम ओम 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 Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. That book, Swamiji. Swamiji wants that book. That book, no? Okay, okay, come, come. Yeah, come, come.
All, all, all.
May not be all. Some of them would have
Let them see it again, no? Eh? അന്നാ വേണം അത് സപ്താഹം മുടിഞ്ഞല്ലോ.
Yeah.
can play. It's already 3:35, no? Otherwise, don't worry. Keep it usual. I'll talk something.
Should I keep that chair? Plant? ಇದು ಇಡೋಣ ಇಡೆ ಮದಿಯಾ ಇಡೆ
You're not getting Wi-Fi. You are not getting Wi-Fi. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 By the abundant grace of Param Puja Papa Mataji, we had the concluding session of Hare Rama Satsang. Some of you might have seen it, no? Have you seen? Eh? Yeah. Ah. Yeah. So after that, now it's very heavy rain. Normally, when Satsang is followed by rain, the convention is that we have been blessed with. And today, being Puja Mataji's 120th Jayanti, during our forenoon session, that is 12 to 12, we were sharing some of Mataji's words of wisdom, inspiring words of wisdom. We will again repeat it because that contains the quintessence of our sadhana and also the goal to be achieved. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person. Many of you might have heard this. What does it mean? All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person to second person. What does it mean?
Don't know, Swamiji, you tell. You
Eh?
explain it.
Eh?
You explain it, Swamiji.
Ah,
Swamiji, Swamiji,
ah.
does it mean that everything is done by him?
Eh?
We have to realize that. Everything is done by him.
Everything is done by him. Yes, then?
Swamiji, does it mean that rather than only thinking about your own self and talking in I, talk about with others, so talk to about me to we. Does it mean that?
She's asking, does it mean that talk from me to we instead of
Me
talking
to
about?
we.
She's asking, does it mean me to we?
Kindly think about it, no? What is first person and second person? All of us have read this here, heard this or learned this in the grammar. What is first person?
Swamiji.
Huh? What is first person?
I.
Myself.
I. What is second person?
We. You.
Huh?
You.
So Mataji says, all that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person.
I means you and you are I.
Huh?
I means you, you are I.
Does it say so?
No, you are that.
In an understandable way. No, we are not talking about all philosophy. In understandable way, simple way, uncomplicated way. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from the first person into second person. Ah. Yes, Lina, tell.
Swamiji, does it mean that that same line which I said last time, I exist because you exist within me?
We are going nearer. Again, think.
I exist because you exist.
Okay. Then,
Yes, I am here because of you. I am here because of you.
I am reading it again. Kindly, I am reading it again. Kindly think about it. It has to come from within. Again, we need not look up to somebody. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person.
Swamiji,
Ah.
in the caves, the prayers by Papa, everything is decided by him.
Eh?
In the cave.
So it's all done by him, not by me.
Simple answer. Why we talk about all philosophies? Papa, all that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person.
Swamiji,
Ah.
Swamiji,
Ah.
is it without sense of otherness? Without the sense of otherness, you do whatever Papa says.
Simple answer. Now we are hearing. We are talking. We are seeing how to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person to second person. What is second person?
He is making you.
Huh?
You.
You. You stands for what?
He.
You stand for what?
Him or he.
Him. So we have to transfer this I to him. Now we are hearing, we are seeing.
I do everything. Whatever is to be done.
No, just now what is happening? Don't think it is a theory to be worked out. Now what is happening? We are hearing, we are seeing, you know. We are hearing, we are seeing,
Yes.
and in our case we are talking. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person. Now and here, no, then only we will be able to catch.
Feel yourself.
Eh?
Feel yourself.
Feel yourself.
Feel.
Eh?
From Guru to Shishya. Guru Shishya.
I am seeing because
All those words need not be there, no, simple.
He made us.
You are hearing now, we are talking now. Okay? We are seeing now. Papa says, transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person, second person, into second person.
Swamiji with the life force only.
Simple interpretation. What is simple interpretation? All these, whatever you say is right, but we are postponing to a knowledge section. That is right. That is right. Now you tell me how. Everything is done by him. It's a usual statement. He says you. So everyone is talking to that indwelling reality. You are now making me. You are making now to say. And in your case, will say you need to hear. Who is the you? The indwelling reality. What do we do? You will use the word you. So in English grammar, it is said you is the second person. Is it not? First is I, second is you, he, she, or any pronoun, any name. I used to himself as a third person, no? So first person is I, second person is you, third person is he or she. So here Mataji wants us to transform from the normally we rush up to say, I am hearing, I am thinking, I am doing. This is what we have trained all these years. Now Mataji wants us to replace that I to you, the indwelling reality.
Reality.
Indwelling reality. So now,
it is applied spirituality.
so we try to now close our eyes and then start applying now. You are making me to see. You are making me to hear. You are making me to think. You are making me to talk. At least during these 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute or a few seconds, we are trying to develop this. We will not allow any other thought to come to interpret. Simple, uncomplicated way. You are making me to see. You are making me to hear. You are making me to think.
Yes, sir.
You are making me to do. Then we plead. Yeah, at this moment it is clear because you are there. You have already taught us that you are there in the form of awareness, in the form of life force. Or even if we have not realized, we will feel, we believe the words of the Master, there is an indwelling force, not this projected me. So we are trying to, all that Papa wants us is to transform whatever we say, do or think from first person into second person. And Mataji explains, even while leading a normal life, we use our mind to think, our lips to speak. Why this sound? Gauri Shankar Mama.
Kindly mute.
Off pannugo.
Right. Okay. Even by leading a normal life, we use our mind to think, our lips to speak, and our hands to work. Don't we? That's what Mataji is asking. What we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips, and hands to Him who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all, and who is still beyond everything. So she briefly gives an explanation about the indwelling, all pervading, and the reality, and beyond everything. In a small capsule, the entire spiritual journey, spiritual culmination, spiritual aim, everything is brought out. Even if you close everything, if we stop going deeper, these three, transforming from first person into second person, and a brief explanation about you. Me, I have get fair idea. You, I have not experienced. But now Mataji is giving us the clue. Who is seated in our hearts, that you is seated in our hearts, and the hearts of us all, and beyond everything. So the goal to be scaled and the methodology to scale. Today morning, 5:45 or 5:50, we go to Samadhi Mandir to start the Ramna. So we came from Sadhana Kudir, we went to Samadhi Mandir, we finished that round, came here and sat in this room. Immediately the prompting came. Yesterday we had taken and kept the book. We just opened this book. We did not search. Immediately this was shown. Indwelling reality is pointing out, you contemplate upon this and share with everybody. It was not an arranged one. It was not an intellectual exercise. It was not drawing from any memory.
Spontaneous.
It was the moment we open, this page comes, and the strong prompting comes to go through, and it leaves. Suddenly, the revelation comes. It contains everything that we should know and we should practice. Whatever we should know ultimately, and how to achieve that also. Two things in a small 2-3 sentence, Mataji has packed it and placed it before us. We don't need anything else. We can close all our books. Whenever it is possible, it may not be possible for all of us to do it throughout. It is not possible. We are not trained. So whenever it is possible, during the day, even if it is for one attempt, it is worth it. Because we get a direct experience, not through books, not from anything outside, not from any person. It is a direct experience. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person. What we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips, and body and hands to Him who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all, and who is still beyond everything. So about the second entity, second person, Mataji gives a very practical, understandable, simple explanation. So this sums up the entire spiritual journey and the goal to be scaled. If when we try to practice it, the outcome will be Though outwardly we may say, I am seeing it, inwardly we will be feeling he is making me to see and he is making me to say, I am seeing it. For Vyavaharik purpose, he says, you assume. You all know that Papa always says only as Ramdas. Mataji always retains the I. No? Both of them have scaled the heights. So that means whenever Mataji says I, Mataji must be identifying with in reality. So we get some clues. This may look to be subjective, but it is simple, uncomplicated. We will read the other portion also. Probably she gives some more explanation. Tell God, who is seated within. Every moment, very difficult, that everything you do is His service. That whatever I do is your service, we are telling Him. Every thought of yours is of Him. Every thought that emanates from my mind is from you, is from you. And everything you speak is to Him and of Him. By this process of converting I into you, mine into yours, our ego sense will disappear, and then we will take no time to realize God. Is it becoming clear? Can we try in our own way?
Swamiji, once more,
Huh?
Swamiji, same sentence once more.
Huh?
Keep from
Yeah, we will repeat. We will. Because this is the quintessence of the entire sadhana, spiritual journey.
Yes, once more, please.
All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person. What we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips, and hands to Him who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all, and who is still beyond everything. Tell God, then another methodology she suggests. Tell God every moment. She's asking us to say, you tell God, what should I do? What should I tell? Tell God that everything you do is His service. Everything that I do, now we are talking, is your service. Every thought of yours is of Him. The thought that makes us to feel that we are sharing these thoughts with others, it is of Him. And everything you speak is to Him and of Him. We are now talking, everything that we speak is of Him and Him alone. And that everything you speak is to Him. And by this process of converting our I into you, mine into yours, our ego sins will disappear. Then we will take no time to realize God. This is the path that Papa had taught me. So slowly we try to practice. Whenever we are given a pause moment, it will form. When we keep on doing this manana, outwardly we are the same person. Same person. But inwardly, there will be a subtle awareness that though the sense of individuality expresses that it is doing, the subtle awareness is there that it is because of the presence of him, the sense of individuality is thinking, speaking, talking, doing. Now and here we should try, not postponing. Normally our tendency is to explain it in terms of first person. It is not a crime. That is how we have been taught and we have been practicing at all levels, family level, professional level, social level, personal level too. Mataji says a slight adjustment you do that. So we close our eyes and start. When we open, when we see, we start. When we hear, we start. Wherever possible. You are in the midst of so many activities, it may not be possible. Just like the sattvic moment like this, where the seeing, hearing, acting, everything is going on, free from outer disturbance, yeah, we can make a trial.
You are talking to Mataji Papa, you are Papa.
If you are addressing that source as Papa, you talk to him like Papa. Papa means, next line, that also, we need some clarification. Suppose we are hearing, oh Papa, you are doing this. It is not our realization. What we have read from Mataji or what we have heard from Mataji, we are just reproducing. That is why we don't feel this. We don't experience this. So Mataji also clarifies in the same thing. Papa had told me right at the beginning to be on guard against any attachment to his physical form. Papa had said that if I allowed myself to become attached to the outer form of the Guru, then there would be no difference between that attachment and the attachment to the people at home, which I was trying to outgrow. So Papa wanted me to look upon the Guru as the omnipresent, omniscient, nirguna, nirvikar being. Papa taught me that Guru was as vast, limitless and formless as the emptiness all around me. Same continuation, no? We are not going to another page. Same talk. You pour water into that emptiness, it will not get wet. You set fire to it, it will not burn. Such a universal one is the Guru, call him Papa or anybody. So first she said, whatever we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips and hands to him, who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all, and who is still beyond everything. This is the explanation. When now somebody said, Papa, when they use the word Papa, what does it mean to us? We are asking ourselves. We should be very, very clear. That is why Mataji attached that along with this. There's something. What is this? Can you hear?
Grind, yes, Swamiji.
Okay.
Yes, Swamiji.
What happened? Anyway, they are hearing it, okay.
But still will make it one.
Now back to our topic. So now we have to try. This is the best moment for us to try this. If we get a direct experience of this, it will be easy for us to stretch whenever we are in a sattvic mood. And that will slowly percolate. It's a tough job, agreed, because all these years we have been using that first person and feeling the first person. Though we say so many things, we have not still accepted that he is an indwelling reality. Just like, every day we say that I come in all humility to thy holy feet and surrender myself entirely to thee. Without surrendering anything to him, we keep on telling. Think. Not that we want to cheat anybody, we want to misguide anybody, not that we want to say an untruth thing to Papa. No, certainly not. But that has been our practice. Somebody says we are repeating it. We don't do the manana, no. When we do the manana, we feel guilty. If we are just repeating it, innocently we are repeating it. We don't mean anything bad. We don't no evil thoughts are there. But we don't do what we are telling. So when we say, I come in all humility to thy holy feet and surrender myself entirely to thee, when we do some manana, oh, what am I telling? Have I surrendered anything to a different power? If the surrender comes, then we are slowly accepting the subservience to a higher power. Think. Manana.
Swamiji, Swamiji, are we parrots? We are not parrots. We are thinking of ourselves and the intelligence of our mind in the spiritual pursuit takes us to the level, we call it as higher or lower or middle, whatever it is. But at the same time, that I am, whatever the capacity Papa has given to me, I am just expressing now. So in that I feel the Papa, and this is Papa's indulgence in me. I have this kind of expression with Swamiji. Am I correct?
When we say Papa, are we clear about it?
Yes, yes.
If you are clear, we have realized,
Yes.
Think.
Yes. Yes.
We are in the process of realizing him. Yes. We have intellectually understood, we have heard something.
Yes.
If the real Papa, what we mean, Mataji, Mataji directly says,
how am I to differentiate between the realization and that of a parrot?
I can't understand what you mean by parrot.
Yes.
You are parrot. You can say intellectually understanding, intellectually understanding, intellectually mechanical, correct. Just like we say, I what is that second line? Universal prayer. I come in all humility to thy holy feet, surrender myself entirely to thee. That is mechanical chanting. We are not applying our mind. So when we say Papa, is it the same thing? You think about it. Mataji in the same talk continued and clarified that who is this Papa. So now suddenly we are asking ourselves whether I have understood it like that, the indwelling and all-pervading reality. If I get a taste of that, I will not bother about using any word.
In the flower offering to that, whatever we do with sincerity and honesty of the pursuit of experience, which is called, sincere experience or mechanical.
Only that person will know.
How am I to know?
Only that person will know.
Only that person will know. Correct.
Outside will know. That's why we said when you say Papa, if Mataji has clearly mentioned that Papa wanted me to look upon the Guru as the omnipresent, omniscient, nirguna, nirvikar being. Papa taught me that Guru was as vast, limitless, and formless as the emptiness all around. Again, she continues, as I went on doing what Papa had asked me to do, I began to identify every article I saw, be it a flower, a piece of cloth, or any other article, with its source, namely Papa, and to tell myself, source is called Papa.
Yes, yes, yes.
What a beautiful thing Papa has wrought.
The source is from within only,
Ah.
within the particular.
Gradually, as Papa's thought filled me through and through, the void that pervaded all around me permeated my mind also. There would then ensue long, long spells of void or utter blankness of mind between two thoughts. At that stage of my sadhana, as part of my sadhana itself, Papa asked me to tell him of whatever thoughts sprang into my mind, whatever I spoke to the people around me, and so on. But my thoughts at that time were becoming more and more spheres and far in between, in terms of Kundalini. Okay, Parag. So in that note, she continues to mention that. Now she is giving us some more explanation about the word she uses, Papa. So we are now trying to understand. By habit, we use the word Papa or God or something. Papa used the word Ram. Mataji was using Papa. We all started using Papa. But are we trying to understand with Mataji's explanation? Initially, what Mataji said, we have 100% faith in her words. But she thought we may get somewhere, we may not really experience. So she now defines what Papa means to her. So when we say Papa, are we trying to understand? Are we trying to explore what that word means? Think. All in it is a long talk. I did not read it out throughout because we will not get again concentrated on the simple one. The simple one is transform from the first person to second person. If we feel, we don't know whether we are right or wrong, we feel that if we concentrate upon this particular aspect, we may get more and more clarity. Every time when the mind rushes and continues to say that I am seeing it, I am hearing it, I am doing it, will it be possible for us to put a wait. Why do you say I am seeing it? Who is behind the seeing? Who is behind it? Suppose we do it now and here, we will initiate a process whenever it is possible. Out of 100 transactions a day, one we will surely win. And if one we have been able to do it, one can slowly come to two. Because we don't want to make any intellectual, gymnastics. Practical. And Mataji brings it in a simple way, very simple way. This is an interpretation, it looks to be very, very simple. First person, second person, no? Through grammar, when God brought out this language, especially English language, he brought it out beautifully. First person, second person, third person. We all know that Papa uses the word third person. Ramdas did, Ramdas that. He doesn't say I or you. We know from our grammar lessons that first person stands for I, second person stands for you. So who is this you? Mataji again says, dedicate all this to what we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips and hand to Him who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all and who is still beyond everything.
Swamiji, one doubt. If first and second person are to be given importance, third person is to be given the most importance.
Okay.
Because he is is the one between before I and you.
Okay.
Who prompts, I to become you, feel the you, isn't it?
Here, the you is not the second person outside. In
Yes.
English grammar, we say the you for a outside person. Here, the you is capital Y. It is addressed to the indwelling reality.
Swamiji,
That is self. Self.
Whatever it may be, if you have understood it is all right.
Yes, yes.
Swamiji,
Ah.
the second person is the third person.
Second person is?
The third person.
He is the third person.
If she's saying second person is the third person.
He's the third person, she says.
Again we get into the we are moving away from the theme. Here first person stands for what we immediately naturally say, I am talking, I am doing, I am hearing. Second person is the power behind it which makes me to talk, which makes me to do, which makes me to see. Mataji wants us to know that we have to transform this I to you. You not outside, inside. We will not now bring in third person. We only said Papa's ways of doing it. We are now trying to understand the I and you in us. I is the sense of individuality which normally we identify. You is the we have understood intellectually. He is the life force. He is the awareness. He is the primordial intelligence. All those things we have understood intellectually. Now we try at this particular moment what is happening in me. This is how we initiate the real spiritual journey. This particular moment, because Mataji assures, by this process of converting our I into you, mine into yours, our ego sense will disappear and then we will take no time to realize God.
I am being made to listen.
I am being made to listen.
Absolutely right. But the feeling should be there. It is not a verbal expression. The feeling is now conveyed through verbal expression. Only that person will know, no? Nobody will know. Whether that expression comes from the experience, the feeling, that he is making me to say these words. One more clue, just now it strikes. When we do a silent Ram Nam, probably this might become a little more clearer. When we do silent Ram Nam, repetition of Ram Nam, slowly, though that expression is not correct, we will use the same one, we become aware of the chanting. When we mentally repeat Ram Nam, we become aware of the chanting. Who is becoming aware of the chanting? We are asking ourselves. Let us not answer. We are asking ourselves, who is now becoming aware of the chanting? What do we get that experience for a split second before the thought rushes in? The thought will immediately rush with an explanation. But before that, what happens? Suppose we close our eyes and repeat Ram Nam for once or twice or thrice. Suddenly we will find no other thoughts are there. We become aware of the chanting. And we are asking, who is aware, who is chanting?
The self is aware.
Huh?
Self is
The
aware.
self is aware.
Let us not answer that. If we answer, it is not.
Acha.
Because again we are caught in the outside.
Web. Yes.
So this is an experiment when Mataji says that transforming the first person into second person, and then she explains dedicating everything, thought, word and deed, to the indwelling reality and the all-pervading reality and the reality beyond this. And then she says, By this process, the I get reduced and instantly we realize God. That means the presence of God. A very important one, very important. So
Yes,
here,
Swamiji, can I see? My expression is to become one with the silence. Am I correct?
don't ask.
If you
Acha,
ask,
acha, acha.
you are,
No, I have to
Don't,
ask
you
Guru.
are there.
don't
I
ask.
have to ask the Guru for me.
You don't
I have to
ask.
ask my Guru whether I am correct.
No, you try.
Hmm.
You try, you rely on your own experience.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yes, Swamiji. Hmm.
So another thought that came was, we have been given this wonderful, holy and all powerful Ram Nam. So then we are all chanting it. And Papa at one stage said mental chanting is far more efficacious. So we try now. And when we chant, at the exclusion of all other thoughts, we know that we are chanting. So who is chanting and who is knowing? Don't answer, please. This is a journey which we are trying to understand. And whatever we get is a direct experience. Before a thought rushes in and interprets, again we are back to the usual one. Now we are back to the usual one. The talker is there, I feel I am talking, you feel you are hearing, everything is there now. But during the pause moment, when we keep on trying this, whether it is possible to transform what Mataji said from the first person to second person. It is not that we are simply repeating, you are doing it, you are making me to do it. That is not what is needed. That also is the product of this I only. So here we are now.
Swamiji, my question is, in that innate experience when we are there, the question I and you does not exist. Am I correct? In that particular, that is
No, let us try with this mental.
wherein I and you does not exist. Huh?
If we answer, that is not, that's what Swamiji is trying to tell you. You try to
Yes,
understand
yes,
yourself.
Mataji, yes, Mataji.
Please.
Hmm.
We try to chant mentally. First, we to quieten the mind, we chant vocally, Oh, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Oh, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Then we try mentally. When we try this mental chanting, do we experience that we know that we are chanting? Who is knowing and who is chanting? And the moment we come to know this, chanting stops. Before the next thought comes by ourselves, it is a peep into our original being. So it might be a fraction of a second. All of us are getting it. That is why we continue to chant. But unknowingly, unfortunate words, the chanter stands for the I. The I, suddenly, you know that you are chanting. Beyond that, we cannot explain. Then it enters into an area of experience, the realm of experience. So again and again, we keep on thinking. When we are not busy with our activities, it may not be possible. When we are relatively free from all activities, whenever it is possible, we sit, we chant, we mentally chant. Somehow separate the chanter and the awareness of chanting. It is there now also. It is there now, you and I are experiencing it. We know that we are talking. We know that we are hearing. That knowing entity. It is there always. But we have to separate it. So this mental chanting enables us to separate. Probably for a fraction of a second. But it is worth it. We will leave everything outside. We will concentrate upon this mental chanting and strive to separate the chanter and the awarer, if there is a word. And then what do we get? It's a direct experience. It is not from books. It is not from anything else. It's a direct experience. And that experience, what does it give, whether it is sweet or not? Mataji says the mind becomes blank. But what is our experience? We have to see. So gradually, as Papa's thought filled me through and through, Papa stands for void. That void that pervaded all around me permeated my mind also. There would then ensue long spells of void or utter blankness of mind between two thoughts. She is trying to convey her direct experience. Highly subjective, but put it in a very simple, uncomplicated way. We are praying to her to give us more and more clarity. Superficially, we are 100% convinced. Mentally, we are convinced. Intellectually, we are convinced. Because it is an experiential expression. It is not academic or intellectual or a bookish or a textual exposition. No. It is a direct, we can understand, it is a direct experiential exposition. So now how to make it? This could be one of the methods. Not that this is the only method. This could be one of the methods. The chanting, even during the vocal chanting also we can try. But distraction may be there. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. When I start hearing my own chanting, even a vocal chanting, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 The chanting is separated from knowing the chanting. And when that takes place, when we try to get fixed in the other one, non-chanting, whatever we call it, what is that experience? That we will know. It is not for explanation. It is a direct experience for all of us. Just like when we bite a sugar cane, the sweetness, we put it as in a language, but the experience we and I know. Similarly, We will make an attempt with Mataji's words today. It's a beautiful expression. All that Papa wants us to do is to transform whatever we say, do, or think from first person into second person. What we have to do is to dedicate all that we do with our mind, lips, and hands to Him who is seated in our hearts and in the hearts of us all, and who is still beyond everything. Tell God every moment that everything that I do is His service. Every thought that wells up in my mind is of Him and Him alone. Everything I speak is to Him and Him alone. By this process of converting our I into you, mine into yours, our ego sense will disappear, and then we will take no time to realize God. This is the path that Papa had taught me. It might be very subjective, but kindly think about it. Kindly not think, kindly do the manana, reflection, contemplation. We know that Papa had done this reflection and contemplation. We now know that Mataji had done this reflection and contemplation. And first they get the glimpse and then they got stabilized. So we also try, probably not in their way. This reflection and contemplation on anything. Simple, she has said, the I to you. You means not outside you, inside you. Inside us, sorry. Inside us. And how to do that? So the Ramnam has been given to us. With Ramnam, we try to separate. We become aware of. These are all wrong expression, but these are all the only expression through which we can convey, So we become aware of the chanting and the knowing. And we devise our own method. Mataji gives us a clue from Papa that is the great void. That cannot be explained, So on Monday when we meet, we will try more and more on this. I think for the next few days we will have this demonstration only, It should be a demos, not the lecture, not reading.
It is practical.
We must be initiated into this, We are all of us should be dead earnest that we all should be initiated into this. We will not leave her.
Yes, Swamiji.
We
Homework.
homework. Yeah. So tomorrow and today from now and throughout tomorrow and day after till we meet, we will try in as many times as possible. We may fail, we may forget, doesn't matter. We will try as many times as possible so that when we all see at 3:30 on Monday, Mataji will facilitate something. 100% sure. 100%. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Pranam, 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 pranam.
Impact. It made it strong. Special class.
Morning 3:30 I do.
Special day, special class.
I need to do now itself.
I agree. It was a special class, Swamiji. Good work. I really wanted to get that.
Yes,
Was
That is important.
Take it to the highest order.
Mataji is definitely there. That is Mataji's mission today. Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om.
Yes. Yes.
Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om to you all, Hari Om.